stopped by her classroom to see her the minute he arrived back in town. But clearly she'd instigated a different plan. She handed the phone back to him.
"I've decided that I don't like Miss Bird."
Gabe's heart sunk.
You haven't even met her, sweetheart. Don't you think you should see what she's like first?
My friend Leslie met her yesterday, and she didn't like her, so I don't either.
That's not what Leslie said,
Gloria interjected. Lines bunched between her graying brows as her gaze shifted between Jenna and Gabe.
We ran into Leslie and her family at the supermarket last night. She said Miss Bird was nice.
Jenna shook her head.
She only said that because the grown-ups were listening, but she whispered and told me the truth. Miss Bird isn't a nice woman. She won't like me, so I don't like her either.
The pulse point at the side of Gabe's neck began to pound. Jenna's personality had changed so much since the divorce proceedings had begun.
How about you give her a chance before you make a decision like that?
He understood far too well the reason for the personality shift, and exactly why she'd be scared to set her hopes on any new woman in her life.
And if you'll do that, really give Miss Bird a chance, then I promise I won't try to change your mind if you don't like her. How about that?
Jenna studied him with more shrewdness than a 7-year-old should possess.
But can I get a new teacher if I don't like her?
I'm afraid not. Miss Bird is your new teacher. They won't move you again.
Once again, his daughter locked her gaze onto his. Her jawline showed her stubbornness, but the insecurity swirling in the blue starbursts around her pupils spoke the real truth.
Leslie says she's only a temporary teacher anyway.
Her chin lifted.
So there's no reason I should like her. She's gonna leave soon.
The air left Gabe's chest. He'd worried about that exact thing. Miss Bird would be there for 8 weeks only, at which point Mrs. Watts would return. He hadn't liked the idea of Jenna not having one teacher for the duration of the school year, but the choice had come down to either having her in a classroom with Haley and a temporary teacher, or not having her in a classroom with Haley at all. And though it had become a daily routine of his to question each and every decision he made for his daughter, in the end, he'd taken the path he had so many other times over the last 7 months. He'd gone with his gut. Having Miss Bird as her teacher would be the right move for Jenna. It had to be.
Even though she'll have to leave?
He took his daughter's hand and gave her an encouraging smile.
It's possible that she'll be the most fun teacher ever until she goes.
He angled his head toward the closed doors, knowing they had to move past this point and at least enter the school.
What do you say? Shouldn't we go in and find out?
Jenna's feet remained rooted to the ground. You have to go in, Jenna. Gloria's soft voice drifted from the other side of him.
But I don't wanna.
Tears suddenly appeared in Jenna's eyes, and though Gabe had the urge to scoop his daughter up and take her immediately away from there, he didn't let himself. She had to go to class, and so did he. Jenna's bottom lip trembled as silent tears slipped from the corners of her eyes. But the second Gabe stooped in front of her, she swiped at them and took a step back.
Fine,
she muttered. Her bottom lip protruded.
I'll go in, but I want to come to your room when school is over.
Fear suddenly filled her gaze.
Can I do that, Daddy? Can Hannah bring me to your room?
Hannah was the college student Gabe had hired to be his daughter's after-school babysitter.
Absolutely. But you know you won't be able to stay. I have football practice after school.
An unfortunate turn of events for the school district had left the high school without a coach only 3 weeks before, and deciding to call upon yet another favor, Gabe had presented the option of giving him a chance. Being coach to teen boys would provide more opportunity to become the mentor he wanted to be.